Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis for Wealth of Nations as the Netherlands, where we continue to decide that Europe is stupid, we're going to Asia and do all of our expansion there, and spending all of our time and effort there. Overextension can used to be dangerously high, which crushes my trade, but we're still making some money, which is nice. I'm not going to put down my maintenance, mostly because I'm worried about having to fight. Well, the natives aren't so much of a problem as the rebels, although these rebels are not going to be terribly scary. We will want to convert these religions once everything is done coring, though. Actually, we can actually start doing some religion flipping now, because we don't actually have the resources to core everything quite yet anyway. So, well, I guess we're not going to do Mataran. Why is it so high? But we can do the other two. A little bit easier. Oh, it's probably a tax-based thing, which probably means Mataran is going to be, or Mataram, is going to be the thing that's hardest to core as well. Yeah, that's pretty high. I think I'm going to do a rebel stomp here. It's a lot of military power, and it's not going to make it go away completely, but we'll reduce the risk somewhat. And it is nice that harsh treatment lasts for 15 years now. It used to last for 10, so there's a lot more value there. If they pop up here, I should be able to crush them right away. I got more CB against France, but we can't really do anything about them because of the coalition. So that sucks. Gonna merge you guys. New governor in New Colonial, they want to keep their leader, so we will let them do that. If they want to leave Republican tradition, that's up to them. We will go and Munster enters. And I mean, Munster's not a threat. What bothers me about having more and more people in the coalition is it becomes more and more likely that one of these losers, who would never be able to challenge me, might suddenly trigger a coalition war. You know, it'd be really nice to pick up this territory over here from the Ottomans and build the canal. Don't think it's really going to happen, but it would be a lovely thing if we could pull it off. Let's go ahead and dock over here. Lost our royal marriage with Savoy. Now, that is very interesting. We could consider... They don't care about my overextension either. Oh, right, because they're probably in some of those wars. We could consider breaking off our alliance at this point with Savoy. They're really our only actual ally. And so Granada's not really going to help with anything. Armagnac's got a handful of troops, which is something. Like, this is our only actual ally. But we would save 1 diplo point a month. And the reason I'm saying that now, well, I guess I could have done it any time because I was the papal controller, so I can break off royal marriages whenever I want. And I always forget about that. I think it's still smart to have it. It's a distraction. It's something else that people can siege. I think it's well worth sacrificing 1 diplo point a month to keep that up. What am I looking for? Dynastic action. Yeah, we'll remarry. Luckily, that doesn't cause us to lose any freaking Republican tradition. It's a nice change. It's also quite nice to have such a good power projection going on. Yeah. Okay, you've arrived from Savoy. So yeah, do the conversions, which actually increases some of the rule risk. It's quite high over there. Andalusia is back up to 7. And this could be a pretty beastly stack. You're cored and everything. Has nationalism. Okay, you know what? We will go ahead and stamp you down. We're still ahead tech-wise. What was the other one that was kind of scary? Bengala. Oh, because it probably has nationalism. Because it had rebels at some point. Yeah, quite a lot. And I have no one nearby here, so it's definitely worthwhile getting rid of that. And wait, I can do trade companies down here? Hold on, hang on. I completely did not clue in. God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, let's trade company all this stuff up. It'd be nice if there was a quick button for it. There's the border, you can see. It's not giving me taxes anyway. So no, we just want, like, probably more trade power. Yeah, because we don't want it going up this way. We'd like to pull it this way. I don't know why it's 0 pulls. There's this bug or weirdness in Africa where, like, nothing moves on its own, even though we do have trade power in the area. Like, we have lots. We have 88 trade power, and nothing is happening with it, because it should pull in this direction. But you can see we have no flag. The flag is just set on keep it in this node and collect. But we don't... We're trying... Yeah, we're supposed to be transporting 2.4 gold forward, but nothing is happening. So this happened, I remember earlier on in the Cape, which has resolved itself. I think some people said, like, send a merchant there and then, like, unsend it at some point. Maybe we'll do that. We've got someone in in Lubeck right now. We've got someone in Zanzibar, and we actually don't need a merchant here anymore. The merchant helps, but we have territory here, including something that's not even in a, it's not even a colony. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab, and it's not that much trade. Well, no, that's not true. There's a fair amount. Transfer trade power, which is what we want, because we're collecting, are we not? Oh, maybe that's the problem. Did I not have a merchant in the Ivory Coast here? No, because it's all pulling forward automatically, even without my help, which is good. And maybe that's why. No, it definitely says I should have power here. I have people here. Okay, so yeah, we'll transfer from trade. We'll grab the guy from Zanzibar. Arrive there in 72 days. Now, Zanzibar should continue to pull trade forward by default. .5 forward, which is not much, but we don't have that much of a presence. But what I can do is I can trade company this up, and apparently we can set up, oh no, we can't. Not while they're still colonies. Okay. Oh, right, it's before they're cored you can still do it. And so, yeah, so they do provide a little bit of manpower and a little bit of a tax base, despite being overseas. Interesting. We're not getting tons, though, and I think it's going to be better for us to just get... Well, no, we have 100% saturation here. We don't need more trade power in the Cape of Good Hope. Although, hold on, I keep forgetting about the extra merchant thing. Do you get a pop-up about that anywhere? If I can get a dominance of power... No, okay, so we're going to want to do that. Because then at some point we will get a free merchant if 50%... Oh, we can get that stat here. If we can get this number to 50% somewhere, then we will get an extra merchant. So that's what we want. More of that. Oh, I forgot about that. That is so huge. Despite the loss of taxes. Okay, what is this one? This is all part of the South African Charter. Oh, so the green ones I can do. So... and it's called the Dutch South Africa Company. So if we find, it's hard to see, right here we're at 42%. Oh, we haven't even colonized that. There, we're at 55%, which gives us an extra merchant. Do we have to let time tick by to get a note about it? You must have 51% of the province trade power in the region. Become a dominant trade power. You currently have 56.7%. Merchants, +1. Oh, there it is. Okay, just took a second to register. Nice. So we can actually keep a guy in Zanzibar. So you, Marts. Sweet. Oh, yeah, we have to do lots of this. We want infinity merchants. Even if it means losing a little bit of tax and losing a little bit of manpower, it's totally the thing to do. Sorry, I'm getting overly excited about all this. Right. Oh, I do have some territory over here. I don't think we're actually going to be able to achieve the 50% trade. I don't understand the color coding here. Oh, because it's a different area. I see. So, we don't control that. We do control this. Which does flip it. I guess there's a tiny orange border around things. But it's kind of a sucky way to hunt around for the ones that I actually control. Oh, I should maybe, like, move this one to the quick keys. So I'm quite happy stopping at 50%. Zero taxes here. So the West Africa, we're on at 39%. Oh, and that's not part of it. And that's it for trading companies. Dutch West Africa Company. Great, except we need more territory to be able to hit our 50% margin. Very annoying. I should raise some of these tariffs. How much does it cost? 25. Oh, no, we need those points because we're going to need to do some more coring later on. And possibly increase our stability. That would be nice, too. Yay, assimilation. Okay. More colonies? Or more companies? Do that. And these are already part of that. More colonists or money? No, we want faster settlers. Fezzian revolt. Where's my ships? Over here. Get on a boat. Grab these guys. And drop them off in Safi. I have another transport fleet, don't I? Ah, these folks. Good. You can also drop off in Safi, and we'll get a big doom stack going over there. All right. Okay, that doesn't really concern us much. Wait for things to finish here. These guys are eventually going to start westernizing, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Can I tell their tech group? From the Diplo screen, I guess. Oh, right here. They're still Chinese. Okay. And we can throw some colonies down there, which we may want to do. You've arrived here, which is great. You've got a leader. You outnumber these. They're Fezzian nationalists. They might be slightly dangerous. Probably not, but maybe. Right, we'll get more trade power as soon as we finish coring. God, so harsh. There we go. We can start the other core. Wonderful. And the other two we can't because we are currently converting them. Let's see. What's the situation in Europe here? Wow, Bohemia is being occupied by Sweden. So is Poland. Like, Sweden's just cutting a swath this way. Denmark continues to make incursions into Germany, which is kind of interesting to see. Is this... this is the Hansa. They've done pretty well for themselves, too. I don't have any real threats to my power here. It's possible if, like, Austria starts to blow out, it'll be kind of scary. Yeah, let's repay a loan. We've arrived over there. We're currently losing some money, but that should not last very long. Let's go and smash that. Colonial Ventures. I can invest in the Navy, which gives me cheaper Diplotech costs, which we're far away from doing, increasing the costs, or... Oh. Well, I guess the question is, do I plan on building ships? I don't think I'm going to be increasing my Diplotech in the next 10 years. I might be wrong, though. Yeah, I'm almost certainly wrong. No, hold on. I'm going to be light bulbing. Oh, no, these are all admin. That's the problem. Alright, I guess we'll do that. Hopefully it doesn't increase my actual maintenance and just hit me. We got a bunch of diplomats. Is there anyone we should suck up to? Well, everyone's going to hate us. But we might, I don't know, we might try to see if we can't make friends with Austria. And Great Britain is always going to be an enemy. Maybe the Hansa? Some sort of trade things. Or Denmark. We can even royal marry them and do all kinds of nonsense. They're Protestant. That's too bad. Is there anyone who's reformed? Probably not. That's the wrong button. England is reformed. So is Lithuania. You know, Great Britain... I know we're probably going to have a million trade disputes, and we are, like, mutual rivals. No, that's never going to work. Lithuania. We're going to improve relations. We're not going to royal marry quite yet, because we are over our limit, but we're going to keep that as a possible idea. Almost, no, they're too far away to be relevant to anything that's going to happen here. They're never going to join in any wars. Are you guys moving? There we go. Thank you very much. It'd be nice if we could, like, diplo-vassalize things, but... The Republican tradition hit. Like, that's what's funny. One of the big things in the latest patch is the fact that vassalizing or annexing vassals costs Diplo points. Well, that's not really going to affect us just because we're not going to be vassalizing people. Or we're not going to be annexing vassals because we cost Republican tradition. Hungary is over here. Naples is expanded. Like, Naples is doing a really good job. And there's a lot of conflict potential between Hungary and Naples, assuming they're not allied in any way. And they're not. And if that happens, I could definitely see Naples go and take this bit out and get really close to forming in Italy. Let's repay some more loans. So, maintenance or something is being pretty high. Oh, we've got the colonial maintenance. Oh, I've got 5 colonies underway right now. That's right. Yeah, that's adding up to quite a bit. It probably wouldn't kill us to lower our military maintenance. I definitely don't want to do my naval one. I don't know. It might be bad. No, let's not repay any more loans, though. Royal marriage with Baden. Baden, who is a vassal. So we want to find out where Baden is, because I can never remember. Right over here. We'll go ahead and return the royal marriage. Not that we have legitimacy. We have prestige, we have Republican tradition, finally above 50%, thank goodness. How's a revolt risk? Pretty high in places where we're going to be okay. I don't suppose the... Oh, so the unrest went away. But the overextension and lack of Republican tradition is killing us. So discontent. What was I just saying? Well, that's discontent. That's, there it is. There's the 50% revolt. And there's, like, a huge chance of bad things happening here. We could do some more harsh treatment. Some of which is certainly a little bit cheaper. I think we'll be okay, though. Losing ferocity. We'll go ahead and spend the money to increase our settling chance. And yeah, we got to finish some of these colonies here. You know what I'm going to do? It will mean like a year. Because I was going to recall them from here and then go and try to rush finish Manabe. Oh, there's already a guy there. Yeah, maybe here. I guess it doesn't really make a difference one way or another. The monies. Well, once anything becomes cored, it's the same thing that keeps happening. We overextend, and then our trade economy goes into the bad place, and then we take out a couple loans. But you know what? We still have the inflation reduction. Right, 2.4% ain't bad. Probably all we'd ever need is one loan to survive through all this, and overall we are gaining a lot of strength. I think we're going to be okay. Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, at this point, it's like sort of winning the game already. I guess I can go to speed 4. What? Come on. Who knew that the Irish could be so, like, belligerent about foreign people coming over and taking their stuff? Doesn't seem to matter where we land. There's going to be a river crossing from the north here or from any of the other spots. Can't believe they don't want to be part of my, like, huge, great nation. And all the perks that imperialism brings. Like, I get to take all your potatoes. We got a leader. We got spear numbers. We're at full maintenance. Yeah. Go ahead and smash that up. That is, like, pretty fatal. We don't have a whole lot of cavalry, so maybe we're not getting full, like, tactics helping our way. We are below our force limit. Let's, since we're here, go ahead and add one more horse. Invest in a cardinal. We actually do have a lot of points. We are nowhere close to being capped. We've got points being spent there, and we're ahead of things. It probably makes sense to go and compete for that guy there. He's relatively young. Let her rip. What war just broke out? Papal States against Bavaria, Hungary, and Pomerania. And then Milan. Same thing. Okay, what's... So, Bavaria... Oh. I don't know if I care which side. You guys asked first. Let's go ahead and do that. The Papal States. I'm a good Catholic, apparently. I don't even remember who the Pope is these days. Because he's not in Rome. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, right there in Frankfurt. Everyone wants access. There you go. I mean, some sides... I don't know if there's going to be any people cranky that I'm allowing military access one way or another. That is a big stack. I will give you that. In Ireland, let's go and take our leader out of there. And I know I could be paying like 50 bucks, 50 military points to get a leader because I'm below my limit. But there's no rush to do that. Looting expired. And now they should be fine. Whoa! We got a new cardinal. Decreased revolt risk somewhere. Manabi 1. Okay, the Catholic League. German Catholic states felt threatened by the 1608 creation of the Evangelic Union. Oh, here's something that's annoying. I still haven't gotten the mission to flip to Reformed. And that's it. I'm going to stay Catholic until I get the mission. Although the whole idea of getting the fervor points is certainly very exciting. of their northern Protestant neighbors, following the Donauwörth exclusion from the empire. Feeling the urge to unite, they regrouped into a Catholic League the same year. The stage was set for the 30 Years' War. So I can join. A lot of people will love me, a lot of people will hate me. Or I can stay neutral and just lose 30 prestige. It's going to be incredibly ironic when I flip to being reformed. Let me check one sec. The EU4 wiki. I don't even remember if it's listed in the wiki. Netherlands. Dutch missions, because it's a mission, not an event. Let me see here. It's called Embrace the Teachings of Calvin. You get the mission if Netherlands is Catholic, owns Holland, and at least one province in the Low Countries region is reformed, which is definitely the case. And there's no time limit. It becomes twice as likely after 1650. Oh, also twice as likely if we have humanist tolerance, which I always forget about. I think that's under innovative. Well, we have tolerance. Is that what it is? Is it just called tolerance now? Oh no, humanist tolerance. Oh right, is under plutocratic ideas. So right there, which is quite far away. So I'd still like it. I think for now we will join. I don't want to take the prestige hit. And it's still not going to lock us in. It's going to be very, very bizarre. And then, because the whole reason I'm doing wait until the mission, because when the mission happens, if you do flip to reformed, for the rest of the game, you get a 5% discount to technology cost. It's amazing. Your missionary strength is reduced by 1%, but as of the new patch, when you do convert to another religion, you get like 10 years or something like that worth of 8% increased missionary strength. Now, that only applies to heathens. So if you switch from Catholic to Protestant or to Reformed or something like that, it'll be very easy to flip the old Catholic provinces, although I'm going to have way, way, way too many. And I'm not going to have quite as many missionaries because some of it does come from the Pope thing. Anyway, getting some more native. Am I going to lose this? No, I'm going to win, but just freaking barely. Wow. Okay, maybe, actually here, we're going to go ahead and spend the points in more harsh treatment because that is really bad. I don't even know if I want to stand here. I'm waiting for another uprising to pop up on me. But at least then I won't get a river crossing or anything like that. I can probably just leave one guy behind there. And there. And reinforce these guys a little bit. I do have manpower. They will reinforce. Gold! Nice. Got attack there and there. Which is fine. Won that. Groovy. Alright. What the hell? Noble rebels in Holland. And part of the problem is there's still people screwing with me. You know what? Let's go ahead and get ourselves another military leader. People keep making the argument, and I'm pretty sure it's been proven that it is true that your generals and conquistadors are exactly the same strength for your military power. And, you know, the people saying, oh, well, I tried one and I tried the other. Well, first of all, 2 is not a real sample test. Also, if you do them in the wrong order, I think you expend some of your army tradition. I'm not sure that's true. What is my army tradition right now? 86. So we should actually get someone stupendous. Just to make sure, even though I'm 100% sure it's not a problem. I don't really need to walk through a lot of Terra Incognita now. I'm not going to do a whole lot of stuff in the New World anymore. I'm more concerned with the East. I will just go and get a classic general. They'll be pretty decent. 27 stack. Hopefully will be enough. A 110. Okay, ours is much better. And I don't know if I go to Utrecht and then come here. I wonder if we avoid the river crossing. We may. We may. What are all my military modifiers? Do I have any? 112 there. Tactics. And then the morale. Hopefully we'll be fine. Should be okay, right? Yeah. Alright, we're getting embargoed over there. Loses stability. Well, I can't afford to boost my stability anymore. My inflation will drop on its own. I'm going to go ahead and accept it, even though it's like generally a crazy, crazy thing to do. Oh, it's only 11. That is wonderful. Oh, right. And I have these guys. Hang on. Get on the boat. And And I'll get you, yeah, to land in Holland and potentially reinforce that battle. So yeah, just go to Utrecht for now. Okay, ship won't take too long. Okay, start the walk over there. Oh, okay, we flattened them, and we got reinforced pretty quick. I forgot I'm running on speed 4. Good, 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 good. Merge up, get on the boat. Boats. Come down to here. We're landing in Safi, and then crossing there. We'll get a -1 river crossing penalty, but we won't get the -2 big crossing penalty. That was in Holland. That was in my actual capital, too. Bonus manpower is very nice. Ah! I can still have a free military leader. Starting to be a little bit overkill. Yeah, alright, it's fine. Not bad. High tradition. Very good. Disputes affecting government again. Can't, yeah, I'm waiting for these conversions to happen. Hopefully they're not going to take much longer. Sure, you can have that. Yeah. It's getting there. Spices. Good. Course. Awesome. What happened? These guys just landed over here. So our overextension is getting to be slightly more manageable. Okay, won that. That's great. Let's send you back a little bit more centrally. We will recall that diplomat. And we will try to improve some relations with Great Britain. Once we flip our religion, we might actually be half decent. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. Alright. I know we're running a little bit fast and the commentary may be suffering a little bit. But hey, it's time to put a cut in this video. So, whoa. Pause. Pause. I can't. What the hell? I couldn't pause. I tried to pause like 17 times. At speed 4, which is great because we got to go and check some things. More local revolt risk. Well, we don't want that. 10% less trade efficiency for 10 years? It's down here. Well, we can't afford 10 years of reduced trade efficiency. We're going to have to take this. And that's with harsh treatment. Oh man, that's bad. Okay. The Hansa. Oh, am I the I'm the defender of the faith. Right. The Hansa, who's Catholic, wants help against Brandenburg, which is allied with Poland, Austria, and Hanover. So the Hansa... So Austria got in on that. If I join, it won't trigger the coalition, though, which is really quite interesting. I don't have a lot of troops in the right position, though. And the fact that I don't know how much time just went. When did the war start? July 8th, because you have 60 days to respond. So the 8th of September is when I've got to do it by. What am I looking for? Current wars. Brandenburgian purge of Hanseatic heresy. Brandenburg, Austria, Mantua. Hansa, Livonian Order, Thuringia. This is not an impressive coalition. Now, if I do jump in, I mean, I'm scary, but right now I'm using everything to smash rebels. I'm going to decline this war. I would love to help. I would love to take this opportunity to smash Austria a little bit, actually. God damn it, it really would. Can I do it without losing everything to rebels? It's my revolt risk right now. The advantage of this, too, if I beat them up, they will probably leave the coalition. It'd be nice if Switzerland jumped in, too. You know what? I have to put a cut in here. So I will have my decision next time. See you, folks.